Hello friend, welcome to my YouTube channel YSKL. So, being pharma professional, I am Yogesh Loge. I want to share my knowledge with all of you. So, let's start with the today's topic, that is post degradation studies. So, what is post degradation? That post degradation is also known as stress testing, and a drug is degraded forcefully by applying artificial methods. Second, it helps to know about the impurities developed during the storage of the drug product in various environmental conditions. A drug substance or product is considered stable if it shows its stability for 2 years at 30 degree plus or minus 2 degrees Celsius and 65% plus or minus 5% RH, and 6 months at 40 degrees Celsius and 75% plus or minus 5% RH storage condition for the stability testing. Next, what is stress testing? Post degradation study depends upon the product and the type of the dosage form. Solid, liquid and injection dosage forms for have a different procedure for the stress study. Next, what is the guidelines for the photostability? So the ICH, that is ICH Q1B guideline, provides the guidance only on the photostability of the product. So limit of the degradation is 5 to 20%. If more than 20% degradation, then it is abnormal and should be investigated properly. Next, post degradation study. The post degradation study should have acid and base hydrolysis, then photolysis, thermal degradation and oxidation study. Any regulatory guidelines does not mention the pH conditions for the acid and base hydrolysis, the temperature for the thermal degradation, or a concentration of an oxidizing agent. Only ICH guidelines Q1B gives the guidance on the photostability, and it states that the light source should be combination of the UV and visible light. Now concentration which is to be used for this study, the concentration of drug for the studies. So it is recommended that 1 milligram per ml of the drug concentration is recommended for the degradation study, but some degradation studies are done at the concentration of the drug in the final product. The reason behind this is the degradation at the higher concentration becomes more than the lower concentration, and exact amount of the degradation can be found in the final product and their impact can be monitored. Now first, hydrolytic degradation. So hydrolysis is a common degradation process, the reaction of the chemical with the water at the different pH values. In post degradation, the drug reacted with the water at acid and basic conditions. The concentration of the acid or base is selected according to the stability of the drug substance. Generally 0.1 molar HCl or H2SO, that is hydrochloric acid or sulfuric acid, is used to create the acidic condition, and 0.1 to 1 molar sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide is used for the basic conditions. The compounds those are not soluble in water are mixed with the other solvents to make them dissolve in the HCl or NaOH. These solvents are selected to dissolve the drug, should not be degraded. Chemical degradation should be carried out at room temperature, but when there is no degradation found at room temperature, it should be done at 50 to 60 degrees Celsius. It should be carried out not more than 7 days. Now we know about termination of the chemical degradation. Chemical degradation should be determined by using a suitable acid, base or buffer solution to stop the further degradation. So it is very important to terminate the degradation of the drug at specific time limit. Second, oxidation degradation. So hydrogen peroxide is a widely used oxidizing agent and also used in the force degradation study. A 0.1 to 3% solution of hydrogen peroxide is applied at room temperature for 7 days. The limit of degradation is not more than 20%. In photolytic degradation, the photostability testing is any drug is determined by the effect of a light on the product during the storage in the market. The ICH stability guidelines for photostability describe the light conditions or the photolytic degradation. According to ICH guideline, source be cool white fluorescent lamp or wavelength of should be from 200 to 800 nanometer. That it means it must contain UV and visible range. The exposure time should not be less than 1.2 million lux hours and light intensity should not be less than 200 watts hours per square meter. Now let's we know about the evaluation criteria. First, evaluate the peak purity of the analyte and the major degradants. Evaluate the peak purity for the analyte peaks for which the peak heights are less than 1000 MAU. If more than 1000 MAU, solution may be diluted to check the peak purity. Peak purity criteria: if any of the major degradants are not passing the peak purity, then modify the conditions and see that the peak purity is going to pass. Then thermal degradation: temperature affects of the stability of the drug substance more than other conditions. The thermal degradation study is done at 40 to 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस. फ्रेंड्स, अगर ये वीडियो आपको पसंद आया होगा तो प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब माय चैनल, लाइक इट and share it to more students and pharma professionals so that they should also know regarding the R&D related activities. So it is very important activity, that is post degradation study. So thank you friends, and share more and more.